Hi, it's me again, and something funny's been happening over the past few months. I've been getting kind of fat. Why? Simple. I stopped working out. My roommate and I used to wake up at 7 a.m. every day and go to the gym, and even if that lasted 3 to 4 weeks, we still hit the gym consistently every day, 4 to 5 days out of the week. Over some time, I made the realization that I hate weightlifting. Call me loser, call me lazy, call me whatever you want, but I just don't like weightlifting. Winter quarter hit and my classes started getting harder.
Yo, let's play a game called How Long Is My Physics Bible Study Guide? So let's start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
I started the YouTube channel. I was depressed. I just kept finding any excuse in the book to not work out. Months passed by, and sure, I'd have these 2 to 3 day streaks, but other than that, I just didn't work out. And then everything changed. Apparently, UCSC was hosting a 5K, and one of my friends put it in the chat and asked me if I wanted to join. And I immediately said, hell yeah. Because weightlifting wasn't really my thing, but there was a form of exercise I enjoyed way more. So when my friend suggested a 5K, I said, hell yeah, and we made a pact to start training in the mornings. Now let me take a detour to talk about something else real quick. Building habits, because it's something I've struggled with a lot. I could fill a book with the amount of habits I've tried and failed to follow through with. But now I've gotten a little bit better at habit building, and I wanted to share a few steps you can take to make your habits a little bit easier to follow through on. Number 1, you gotta be specific about your goal and plan. And especially, you gotta have a nice short-term goal. With weightlifting, I kind of just copied what everyone was doing around me. All I knew was push, pull, legs, and I barely knew what the exercises worked out. And my goal of getting ripped would at least take a year of consistent weightlifting, given my breadstick build. So I wasn't that motivated, and slowly I stopped weightlifting. Next time I try weightlifting, I'm actually do some research beforehand, create a more personalized routine, and I'll have a better short-term goal, like benching a certain amount instead of having the goal of looking like Sam Sulek. With running, we had a clear plan. We ran laps on the track, slowly building up to 5 kilometers in one go. It was a manageable goal that we could slowly build upon. Tip number 2, temptation building. Try and pair this new habit with something else that you already like. For me, running with my friends was like the best thing ever because I love yapping. I love talking to my friends. I love socializing with them. And sometimes these mornings were the only time I'd see them for the rest of the day. That association got me out of bed, plus running with my friends kept me accountable. When you're losing steam and you look to the side and see your friend running beside you, it pushes you to keep moving forward. Tip 3, notice any effort that you put in. Sometimes I just didn't wake up. Sometimes I'd wake up but go back to sleep. Sometimes I'd get up and not run as much as I did the day before. Or sometimes I'd get up and not run as fast as I did the day before. But hey, at least that morning I woke up. At least that morning I got out of bed. At least that morning I ran. Noticing these efforts also motivated me to do things like sleep earlier the day before or pace myself better the next time I ran. Day by day, my friends and I had built this morning routine of running, and we had gotten faster and stronger. And even on days where I'd run my heart out and I'd get tired towards the end of it, I was still proud that I woke up early that morning and ran. We kept at it for 4 weeks straight until the week of the 5K dawned upon us. And that week, we get an email saying, hey guys, the route you guys are running has 342 feet of elevation. Plus, it's going to be 70 plus degrees that day. Lol, have fun. These two things were like a slap to the face because we'd been running in cool mornings and we weren't used to the hills or the heat. Race day arrived and I honestly didn't anticipate this much setup and this many people to show up. 5K goal right now.
Running with no stops. I don't want to walk.
Okay.
Sub 30.
Sub 30, okay. I'm going to say sub 30 as well. Sure, I'm going to sub 28. We'll try sub 28, but sub 30. The countdown began, skipping 11 for some reason, and we were off. And the first part of the track was running the lap that we'd been running for a while. And honestly, fitting 500 plus people on a track that small wasn't that good of an idea, but I did run it pretty fast. And honestly, that first mile was downhill, and because of that, I ran it at an egregious speed of 7 minutes and 40 seconds. And then the second mile came, and honestly, it was mostly downhill as well, with a little bit of uphill. And then mile 3 hit. After flying down those earlier slopes, I had to climb back up. Over 200 feet of elevation. My earlier speed had come back to haunt me. I'd burned through all my energy on the downhills and now was facing a humid uphill battle on empty tanks. I tried to even maintain just a slow jog in the heat, but I had no energy left. I remember my friend running behind me. He gave me a pat on the back, encouraged me to keep going forward, and I ran for like a little bit, and then I started walking for the first time. My pace died, my momentum vanished, and I watched as my friend and plenty of other people ran past me, and my motivation disappeared. Finally, I reached the end of the uphills and I realized I've got this one downhill and this long sprint until I reach the finish line. And I jet it. I turn on the engines again and I speed through this downhill and end up finishing with over 30 minutes on my timer. I just stopped the timer and just kept walking straight until my friend ran over with some water and gave me a hug. But even though I'd went over 30 minutes and even though I'd walked, I was so proud that I'd finished the course. We regrouped with friends, took some pictures, and enjoyed some well-deserved food. So, did I hit my goal? Drumroll please. Yes, I did. According to Strava, the course wasn't actually 5 kilometers. So, doing the math, I had apparently ran a 28-minute, 55 seconds 5K. Which wasn't my fastest, but given the course, it was honestly impressive. But something I'm even more proud of is the journey that me and my friends took. From waking up at 7 a.m. in the morning to running consistently for 4 weeks straight. Maybe that doesn't sound impressive to you, maybe it's not a huge achievement, but I'm proud of us for making it this far.